I've been lying to you guys. Ooh, hold on, I gotta cue the sad music. Alright, I gotta gray out the screen. Zoom in slowly. Perfect. I've been lying to you guys. I'm not a YouTuber. Not yet. I wanted to be a YouTuber for a very long time. I started uploading videos when I was 14, but I've never uploaded consistently for more than a few months. I've never worked hard towards it every single day. Before previously, just over a year ago, it was probably due in part to my ADHD. Sometimes I get in my own head about things, but I'm tired of that. I'm tired of being in my own head and not just making the videos. I'm tired of that imposter syndrome. So today what we're doing is we're going to be watching a few clips from some successful YouTubers and motivational speakers, because they're all saying the same thing about how to be successful on YouTube. Every successful YouTuber tells you the same thing. Every successful YouTuber tells you the same thing because it's true. You can't just upload and expect results. You have to try to make yourself better. One way or another, you have to try to make yourself better. You have to upload consistently because your fan base is going to want to know that your video is going to be there when they want to watch it. And you gotta have a hunger for it. You gotta have a drive for it. You gotta want to learn more and do more and be better and better and better. And one thing I struggle with, very bad with intros. So I'm gonna have to create new ways to make intros because that's something I'm bad with. But yeah, that's what we're gonna do today. We're gonna watch some videos. I'm gonna kind of show them to you and kind of give my little take on them. And yeah, that's about it. Let's get into it.
I graduated high school, and my mom was like, either move out or go to a community college. And I didn't have enough money to move out, but I hated school with a passion. But she forced me to go to community college. And that was the worst thing ever. Like that made me hate life. Like borderline suicidal. I just can't stand like having to just sit there and listen to this dumb stuff and listen to some teacher read out.
I actually flunked out of college because of this, because I was working two jobs at the time. And I was actually uploading to YouTube as well when I was working these two jobs, and that shit was stressful and hard, and I do not recommend it. I was working two jobs. I was working at Kroger, and both jobs I had Tuesdays and Thursdays off because I had school. I was working 6 to 2:30 at Kroger, and then after Kroger, I'd have to be to Pizza Hut because I was a delivery driver by 4 o'clock, and I'd work 4 to close. And then on Tuesdays and Thursdays, I was also going to school for 10 hours a day. I would go in, I would do the work, and I would leave. I wouldn't sit for their 2.5 hour lecture because I didn't need to sit there, because I can just go in, do the work, understand what they're going to say, and then just leave. And I failed because leaving counts as a tardy or an absence, and my grades were partially based on me being there. And I thought that was the dumbest thing because I passed all my classes. It's just that I never really showed up because I was working, two full-time jobs and going to school and trying to do YouTube. It was a very rough time in my life for sure. And this was, again, pre ADHD diagnosis. So it was also very hard for me to sit and just listen to somebody talk for 2 hours, especially when it's very mundane shit. Yeah, very mundane. And I just couldn't sit there and listen to somebody talk for 2 hours. It was very hard for me to do. So I would just go and do the work and leave. And they didn't like that.
I never once studied. I literally wouldn't even take my books home. Like I legit don't think I studied once all of high school at my house.
Same, I never studied either. I would leave my books at school. I would do, if I had any homework, I was doing it in that class, or I wasn't doing it at all because I'm not taking work home. And again, I started working when I was 15 years old. As soon as I can get a job, I started working. And that's partially due because I grew up very poor. I moved a lot. And Mom, if you're watching this video, it's time to just accept the fact that we were poor. It's okay. But it did hinder things because of all the moving around. Anyways, so I was working by the time I was 15 years old, so I wasn't about to be doing homework because I would go to work right after work. And, that's how I bought my first vehicle. It was a $500 truck me and my dad went in at 50-50 on because I needed a transmission, and luckily he just scrapped a truck he had, and he yanked the transmission out of it, so it worked out. I paid for my own driver's training very shortly after I turned 18 because I didn't want to have to rely on anybody but me. And that's when I had the 2 jobs to start going to school. And that's when it was really difficult.
If you envision a world where you're trying to be great at something and it's just like you learning and fucking up and then learning from your mistakes. Also, my mom told me not to curse. Sorry, Mom. If someone could just like edit out the swear words and give it to me.
Sorry, Mom.
Yeah, so I could give it to my mom to listen to. That would be great. But like, you know, you mess up, you learn from your mistake, you mess up, you learn from your mistake. You in 2 years, you know, might have learned from 20 mistakes. Or if you have like 4 other people who are also messing up, and when they learn from the mistake, they teach you what they learn, stuff like that. Hypothetically, you 2 years down the road have learned like 5 times more of the amount of stuff. So it just like helps you grow exponentially way quicker, if that makes any sense.
That's another thing that a lot of YouTubers say is to network. Find other people that are as passionate as you and want to make decent content, that somebody that wants to like grow and learn and network. There's Facebook groups, there's Discord servers, there's Reddit. Like, you can find all of the information out there, and I'm a part of all of those because I've constantly been wanting to learn, but I haven't truly dedicated myself. I've been waking up at 4 a.m. every morning for the last week and doing something with YouTube, as if it's editing, if it's recording, just doing something. Because I want to learn, I want to get better. Like right now, I think it's like 5 a.m. Oh, okay. It's actually 6:30 a.m., so I've been up for a little while now. But yeah, I mean, it's just, you gotta want to succeed, but you need to make yourself succeed. Casey Neistat is another YouTuber that really blew up, and like he says the same thing.
Check this out. I just passed 1 million subscribers.
Although I'm just saying, once I pass 1 million subscribers, if that's all my wife does, it's over. I'm gonna need her to cry, hug me, because that's a big deal.
Before I started vlogging, I had a YouTube channel for 5 years. My subscriber growth was anemic. The channel growth was anemic, flat like that. 5 years, 500,000 subscribers. Then I started uploading daily. And in 5 months, I had 500,000 more subscribers. That's 1 million subscribers. 5 years for the first 500,000, 5 months for the second 500,000. So I kept uploading. And 2 months later, I had another 500,000 subscribers. Now here I am, 1 year after doing daily uploads, and I've got 2.5 million subscribers. YouTube isn't Hollywood. I'm not Stanley
He now has 12.4 million subscribers.
Kubrick. You can't succeed here if you're uploading once a month. If you want to succeed here, you've got to show up for work every single day.
See, again, every day you have to do something. You don't have to upload every day, because that can be difficult, especially if you're a parent like myself. If you have a job where you're working 50, 60 hours a week like myself. Like, you have to treat this as a second job in a sense. And you're only going to want to do that if you actually enjoy making videos to some extent. Because if you're just in it for success and money, you could get there, but you're not going to have that same drive as somebody who just enjoys making content. And lastly, we have a video from Markiplier that was posted a few years ago.
Hopefully, you've got a goal in mind. And I've actually talked about this in a video called Believe in Yourself, where I believe I was riding a bike and talking about this. But I meant it then, and I mean it now. You have a goal in mind, and this is a goal that just drives you forward. It's what you burn for in the middle of the night. It's what you lose sleep for. It is everything that consumes your life. This goal is what you want more than anything in the world, and it's right there waiting for you to take it, and it's literally right there. And it's what you want more than anything in the world. And that's what happened to me once I found YouTube. I wanted to be a YouTuber so badly. And I knew there were dozens, hundreds of other people trying to make YouTube happen. And if I had compared myself to them and held myself to their standard from the get-go, I would never have been anywhere. I would have been wallowing in self-doubt and self-pity at how, I don't have as many subscribers as them. I'll never get there. I set out only to do the best that I could. I could not live if I held myself to their standards and waited for their approval. I had to approve myself, and I had held myself to my own standards. And my standards are really high. My standards may not seem high when I'm being asinine and childish in front of the camera, but my standards for what I do in my life are high because I've been increasing them every year that I've been alive. I expect more out of myself. I expect better out of myself. I expect better out of myself every day. And that all comes from the fact that I believe in what I do.
You have to tell that voice in your head, that imposter syndrome, that you belong here just as much as anybody else, because we're all just here because we enjoy making content for one reason or another. That's why you're here. If you have that drive, you enjoy making content. Right now, I'm not a YouTuber, but I'm getting there. And part of me is afraid of what the future holds, but a part of me is also very excited because it's different this time. I have the drive. I want to be better. I'm putting the pieces in place that'll make me better. But it does take time. There's no shortcut. There's no easy way to do it. You just have to do it.
So just do it! Just do it!
You can't be successful by staying in your comfort zone at all. And that is something everybody says, but nobody actually takes to heart. Like, if you want to be better, it's gonna be hard. You're gonna not want to do it because it is hard. And it is hard. Like, I get that. But you can do it. It's just gonna take time. Like, for me, I wanna be a positive influence on people. I see a lot of negativity on YouTube and just on the internet in general. And I'm tired of seeing all that negativity. It's not good. And so many YouTube channels out there that just feed on toxicity. They promote toxicity, and it is getting worse by the day. And it's not something that I want to be a part of. I want to be a positive person. I just want to help other people be positive. And I just want to help other people realize that they can do whatever they want to do, because you can, but it is going to take work and it's going to be hard, but you can get there if you want to, if you truly want to get there. And I mean, I think that's about all I got right now, but I hope you took something from this video, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.